This tutorial is all about creating a vector button without using any bitmaps effects. So our target object here is we're gonna recreate this one. So what I did, I extracted the font, which is this one, and it's a brush script font, and I also started with this this ellipse, which is this one here. Okay, and yeah, so we're gonna start with this one, and if you look at this, the target here, there is one more. There is actually 1, 2, 3, and 4 ellipses. So I click on this ellipse, and in my keyboard, my plus sign to duplicate without offset, I click on the plus sign, and then I hold on shift. Okay, I have 2 ellipses here already. I hold down shift and then enlarge this one by clicking and dragging this going outside. Okay, now I'm going to do it the same way in this corner here. So hold on shift and then I'm going to drag it outside. Okay, so that's this part here. Okay, so we're going to do the next one, which is this one. It's a little bit bigger, so the plus sign in your keyboard duplicates without an offset, and then I'm going to hold down shift and make this bigger, and then make this wider. Hold on shift, wider, more. Okay, now we did already 1, 2, 3, so we got 3 ellipses here. So we're going to do the last ellipse, which is this one here. So plus sign in the keyboard and then hold down shift, and then we are going to drag that there too. Okay, so now we're good. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my Smart Fill tool to fill all of these objects here so that it will be individual objects. So go to my Smart Fill tool. Okay, hold on. So I hold on my Smart Fill, choose Smart Fill, and then I'm going to choose this one. Okay, it doesn't matter what color because we're going to change that color. So that's individual color. Okay, fill this one, this, and this. Now if I separate all of these, those are separate ellipses already. So I'll just undo it, undo, undo. Okay. Now then we are going to sample this color here, which is that. And we go on to the outer circle. Hold down shift. I have to zoom in here. Hold down shift and then click there. Now I'm going to my, let's go to this one here, okay, that ellipse. So that ellipse, I'm going to go to my interactive fill or type in G, and then I click and drag going up. Okay, hold on Control Shift to make it a straight line. Hold Control Shift. Okay, so that's, it doesn't matter the color because we're going to change that. And if you notice here, that's black, so I'm going to drag black going to this part here. Okay, now in here it's white, so I drag another one color to the middle here, and I can adjust that later. And notice there's one again here, so I'll drag another black going this way, and then blue, I drag blue here, and then white, drag one white here, and then very light blue, so let's say this one here, not quite, but I'm going to choose another blue, or just go undo here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go here or move this here, and then I hold on control and then click on, select this node first. I know that's selected because it has like a border, and then I go to my white color in my palette, and then I hold on control and then click to make it lighter. Okay, now I'm going to adjust the colors here. So I adjust this, and then once again this one is too dark, so I choose that square and I hold down control key, and then I go here to the palette, the white, and then I click until you get the right shade. Okay, maybe I'll just drag this a little bit down and move this up. Okay, now we're fine. Now I'm going to do this this one here. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my interactive fill, click and drag going up. Oops, I chose the wrong one. So I click on that one, hold on control shift to make it straight. Okay, so now that's lighter blue, so I'll drag the blue here. Okay, since that's dark blue, I choose it and I know it's selected, and I go to my white, hold on control, and then click until you get the light blue. Okay, let's say I have that one. Okay, and I drag one again, go in the middle. Oops, control here, and then white. Okay, and I will just adjust that, and then white again here, and then the last one would be blue, so I drag it here and I select it. I know when I know it's selected because there's a block, there's a box around it, and then I hold on control and choose the white in the palette until it looks very light. Okay, now what I'll do now, I'm going to Control Z, I'm going to select all of these objects and I'm going to remove the outline. So go to outline, click on none. Okay. Now I click on the center here. I'm going to do some adjustments here. I click on this one here. I go to my interactive tool, interactive fill tool. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to make that a little bit darker. So hold on control and then I'll click on the blue. So you can see the difference now. Okay. Now I'm going to click on the inner circle and I'm going to go to my interactive fill, or actually I can go to my fountain fill. I'll choose red. Choose red. If I want to choose different shades of red, I would go here, let's say that one, and then I'll make it radial, and then this one I'll make it lighter red, and then I'll click OK. Okay, now I can still adjust that by going to the fountain fill, and I can see this one, that's the midpoint. I can change this one too. It's a little bit dark, so I'm going to go in more, and then this one I can go there. Click OK. Click OK. Alright, so that's fine. Now I'm going to create another ellipse here. Okay, that's my ellipse. Okay, so you go here for the ellipse, then I'll make this white. So I click on white. I'm going to remove the outline, and I'm going to go to my transparency tool, which is this one, and then click and drag going down. So that's my highlight, and I'm just going to go this way, and then I'm just going to adjust it there. Now if you notice this one, there's a small ellipse there. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So I'm going to make an ellipse here. Okay, and then I'm going to make another ellipse. Make it bigger. Yeah. Now I'm going to move it over here, these two ellipses, and then because I'm just going to get that small thing there. Okay, so I go to my smart fill tool. Just going to make that higher. I go to my smart fill tool, and I'm just gonna click here. Oops, I have to move it out of the. Okay, so I'm going to go smart fill tool, and I click on this one, and then I don't need this ellipse anymore, so I delete, and I delete this. Okay, now I can move this one over here. I can adjust the size, make sure that I'm centered. I'll make it white and go to my outline tool and click on none, and then I am going to go to my transparency tool, and I'm going to click and drag there. Or I'm going to go this way. Okay, and I'm going to drag this black over here. Okay, and then I click on white and put it in the middle there. And if you notice, that's the one. I can move this going this way, actually going to the center there. Or I can make that more transparent by dragging that and moving another white here. And then I'm going to move the vector in here. I'll make sure that it's on top, so I go to arrange order to front of page. And I'm going to make an interactive fill again. Click and drag going up. And then here, I'm going to make this white first. And then that one has like a little bit of gray. I drag one going to the center. And then I drag white again here. This one should be a little bit dark, so I drag a darker gray. And it's just a matter of adjusting. I'm gonna zoom in here. There. There. Okay. Then I can actually add another one here, which is gray. But I need to make another white here. And I'll just drag it up. Okay. F4 to zoom out. Okay. Now I'm going to make an outline, which is a reddish outline. So I go to my outline tool, click on outline pen, and I'll choose, say, that one. Okay. That's the color, and then click OK. Make sure you're behind fill and scale with image. Okay, so I have to increase the size. I'll try 0.1. There. It's pretty good. Now I'm going to duplicate this. So plus sign in your keyboard. I'm going to move this over here first. I'm going to make it black, and I'm going to make the outline black too. So go to, actually there's a shortcut key for the outline. I go here and right mouse click and click on black. There. And I drag it here because this one will be our drop shadow. And then I click on the actual vector logo, which is this one, the fountain, and click on arrange order to front of page. And then I'm just going to adjust it a little bit. There. Now with this drop shadow, actually that's an ellipse, 2 ellipses. Let's say that's my ellipse. That's my first ellipse, and plus sign your keyboard and then hold on shift while moving this to the center. Okay. So I click on this, I'll remove the outline. Okay. We're gonna make a vector drop shadow. Okay. I'm gonna color it black. And I'm going to go to my transparency tool. I go uniform. But I make this 100% transparent, which becomes white. Okay. Now I click on the smaller, so I've got 2 now, this one and then this one. I remove the outline, click on none. I make it black, or actually I'll make it gray, this gray. And I go to my transparency tool. I click on uniform, and I'll make this, yeah, I can adjust that later. I'll make that 58%. Okay. Now I'm going to blend this two, this one, the small one, and then the outer. Hold on shift and click this one. Okay, I've got 2 objects there already. And then I'll go to tool, you go to effects and then click on blend. And then in blend, I can start with 20 steps. I click on apply. Now if you notice, you can always change the transparency. So you go to transparency here, and I can make it more transparent, or I can also make, okay, I'm choosing the circle and then make it, say that one. Now I can also make it smaller. Okay, I'm choosing the smaller circle. Ellipse. There. F4. There. Now this one, if you look at the target object, it has like a starburst on it. I'm gonna close this one first. So to create that starburst is you go to your polygon and click on star. You don't use complex star, you just click on star. And then in here, you got the sharpness is 55 and then 5 points. You start with this one. Okay, I'll make it white. Zoom in here, remove the outline. And then while I'm here, I can actually increase, if you go to the properties, I can increase the points of the star. And not only that, I can reshape it, go to my shape tool, and click on one of the nodes and go in there. And then I can just enlarge it. I can put it somewhere here. F4. Hey. Now we can always tweak it, like this one. Click on the fountain, that circle there, which is the red one. Then you go to your fountain fill. I think I have to make this darker. Click on other, and then you drag this over here. See, that's darker. And then click OK. There. And this one, I can change the transparency. There. Can make it smaller. Okay, so that ends the tutorial. So you got I've got the vector logo here. And you can always change the text if you want to change the text and make it your own.